Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, Bougie Gang Gang, it's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye. Hey guys, how are you?
You could be doing a post of being on my page, bitch, cause I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, excuse my voice. As you can hear, sis got it. Okay. I don't have it bad, but sis got it. Okay. I was trying to tell myself I didn't, but I do. And I did rest last night. My husband and Farah made dinner. It was an easy dinner. They just put some salmon in the oven with a little bit of seasoning and some lemon and stuff. They did a really good job. Farah cut me up a cucumber and brought me some Italian dressing. And ma'am was happy. I was like, look at God. Look at, won't he do it? Because my husband does not cook. He was very much turned off by the smell of the raw fish. But they cooked it thoroughly and everybody ate. Nobody was hungry. And it was won't he do it? Look at God. Okay. Ooh, sis was happy. Y'all. And then I got to enjoy a second installment of Phone Calls from Prison last night. I was like, yes, it's almost, if I wasn't sick, I would have been feeling like maybe it was even like a vacation day or something. Anyway, Make Beauty Forever, Reef and Muff's mom, Tony. Hey, boo-boos. Hey. Gang stars. Okay. Guys, today is members and mods over on Real Talk Bougie. And boy, do we have a lot to do. We got a lot to get in. Period. So we have a lot to cover over here right now. Also, it's a morning vibe. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Real quick on so a couple things happened. I just want to preface a little bit of Real Talk today. Nesto specifically on a couple of occasions. So last week we heard the bombshell. It wasn't a bombshell, but it's some tea that when Sonya asserted that we didn't even think anything of it when because I know I was just like, whatever. I know Dre's not interested in your old ratchet sister. Anyway, but it's coming up again because Dre was like, I wasn't interested in her sister. So needless to say, we're getting a lot of calls and videos where they're referencing Nesto actually had a hand in trying to set that whole thing up. So Nesto was playing matchmaker. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Nesto and his theory about his daughters and who Miles is. I guess it's Miles. We heard Dre mention Miles. We heard Nesto talk about to Laverte and Dion. We talked about some of that yesterday. And yesterday, um, a call was dropped, a visit happened, and some more stuff is coming together. I wanted to set now, Davy. Someone mentioned something. I got to clear up Daviel versus Miles Dejanay. Miles' middle name on this incident report is Dejanay. Now, Daviel, we're gonna have to figure out. I think it's Jackson or something. Maybe I don't know. We'll sort that out in a couple hours. Um, but Miles is Dave because I was like, did I say that wrong? Is it supposed to be Miles Daviel? But no. Anyway, we'll get over to that. So, but Nesto talking about trying to get a hold of Chris. If Chris is Miles' mother, we read a document yesterday that went very much into detail about what not to do from the judge's orders, which is contact directly, indirectly, friends, family, coworkers. Da, 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 da. We talked about it. We read it. We all the things yesterday. We're going to go back over it today. Um, Sir is doing the most, and it's all been caught on. Dun dun dun. That's what I need. That's the sound effect I need. Phone calls from prison, and we're going to talk about it at 12:05. Okay. Yesterday, you might have missed it in the Mommy Street news, okay? On these Mommy Streets, let me share my screen. Ruby Frankie and her alleged business partner were sentenced. I'm not going to go all up into it. Um I'm just going to put up the picture. Let me just put up the picture so you guys can see, ma'am. This is what my take on this whole thing. Oh, this is a better picture. Hold on, let's see. Is this what I'm thinking is that this was so bad. These women didn't even want to face and sit in court to listen to everything. They thought it better to handle this thing behind closed. Okay. So here's Ruby Frankie, guys. Hold on a second. Let me just show you. If you don't know who she is, she's a YouTube Streets mommy. She got up off of YouTube a couple of years ago. Um, and ma'am was being accused of, you know how it goes on the YouTube Streets. If we see something, people will say something. And people were kind of not really, I think people had questions about how she was dealing with her children. And also, people don't see kids or they see kids looking sad or hungry or whatever, small. You know how it goes on these streets. People are going to say something. So she was getting a lot of feedback for her parenting skills, the overall look of her kids. Like she was getting lots of feedback. Anyway, long story short, she ended up getting up off of YouTube, but needless to say, they'd made a lot of money. Um, but she basically copped to making this Hildebrand person. She basically confessed and said that Hildebrand was never her business partner. She had paid Hildebrand to be her mentor. Okay. Um, And basically, long story short of it is that they both got sentenced felony child abuse. Um, Frankie is going to jail. She faces up to 6 years. I mean, excuse me, 60 years times. So it's 1 to 5 years in prison times four. So not concurrent, it's consecutive. So back to back, she's got to do. So she could end up doing up to 60 years. So I guess times four, they're giving her the most egregious. And basically, they said that she was running her house almost like concentration camp style. The kids were hungry, the kids were famished, they were having to do labor. It was awful. And the way she was treating her kids was criminal, not just severe, not just harsh, but criminal. Okay. Um, and she kind of was indoctrinated by this other woman here who she called a business partner at first, but now full on, I guess, was some sort of a mentor, who kind of had her head twisted on parenting style. She said that I don't know that her husband was involved. I think maybe he was complicit. He kind of just went with the flow with what his wife was doing. At a certain point, they split up. So he was out of the house. But the kids suffered the most, I think, once he left the house. It's unfortunate. But she fell, I don't want to say fell victim to, but she sought this woman out. She said she paid her to be a mentor. So I don't know, call it what you want. You know what I'm saying? Um, Something about this lady Hildebrand's style or parenting skills, ma'am thought was a good idea to impart on her kids. And the kids were suffering, unfortunately, you know? And I think this is just my opinion. When people decide that they're like, nah, I'm not even, like they were already indicted. So it wasn't there was no trial, there was nothing. She copped and admitted, both ladies, I don't think they wanted to get dragged for the fuck shit that they were doing. Like, let's just be real. The things, it's even giving me goosebumps. The things that they were doing were probably so bad. Not even probably, I'm sure were so bad that they didn't want it on the, you know what I mean? Like they didn't mind putting it on the internet to try to be mom of the year. But when you saw that people weren't really with that BS and were calling it out and calling CPS and finally calling the police, and the kids that weren't in the house were complaining and whatever. Anyway, the fact that they didn't want to go and stand up on trial, just, I feel so bad for those kids. And I hope that they're getting good treatment and lots of love and able to heal from this nightmare, because no kid should ever have to go through that. Like sometimes on this internet, we see like literally last night, I fell down a rabbit hole of 911 calls. Oh, awful. Just awful. Um, some of them were kids calling 911. Bad. I don't even want to talk about it. I literally was crying. Like it touched me so bad. Um, that's kind of why I want to talk about this a little bit this morning, because there's some people out here who are very weak-minded, and some of these weak-minded people, like you have a husband for a reason. Obviously, I don't know what her deal was with her husband, but for whatever reason, you couldn't fall back to your husband and be a family, and you had to rely on this wench. I don't even know if she has kids, this chick Hildebrand, and you are sitting there abusing your child because you paid this fool to be a mentor, and you lied to the people talking about that this is Frankie here, the other chick was Hildebrand. You paid this chick to be your mentor, and this lady guided you in the direction of abusing your children, you're awful. Now, she has to do at least 4 years, right? So, at least 1 times 4 back to back, right? So, I think she'll be the way the laws are in Utah, I think she'll be able to go to parole board, but that doesn't mean she'll get out. She could go to parole board and they could tell her, "You're not rehabilitated yet. You need to come back in however many years." And I don't know if that means the back-to-back sentences. So if they say, "Well, you need another 5 years," well, will that be 5 years times 4? Or is that just in 5 years? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We'll see. But they can do up to 60 years. And these are like 30, 40-year-old women. They're not going anywhere. But I would say at least until maturity, at minimum, at the minimum, I think these kids need to be well into 21, 25, had some therapy, get a chance at life before these women hit the streets again and are trying to like, "I'm changed. I want to be your mom again." You know what I mean? Like, no, no. I don't think that I don't know. I'm not going to say they shouldn't get to see the light of day again, but the fact that you had they had the opportunity to be out here and live their life and do this foolishness into their 30s and 40s, these kids should at least get the same opportunity to live their life and become adults without having to have the phone ring with random, "I think I've changed. I want to see you. How are you? I want to know my grandkids." All of that foolishness and everything. You know what I mean? So I don't know. They need to spend a good amount of time, if not all their time. You know what I mean? Because starving, beating, tying up, like my dogs don't even sleep on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And I love my dogs, but there's people out here who treat their animals like like they're work animals, or they're maybe not pets, they're service or whatever they are, right? People treat their animals better than this lady was treating her kids. Like, it's sad. It's sad. Yeah, like my throat's getting a little bit dry. So I'm trying to make it because, I gotta come talk to Bougie Gang. But yeah, my throat's getting a little bit. So but yeah, I'm not even gonna bother you guys with all of this. I'll drop the link. This is the full hearing. So it's interesting. You guys know I love court watching. So this is the full hearing and you guys can watch it, but basically both were sentenced to 1 to 5 years times 4. So up to 6 years, no 60 year. I keep saying 6. Up to 60, no less than 4, right? Um and they're going to have to go to parole board and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it's like in Utah. You know what I mean? We know that there is a thing. There's a thing out here. Women do get privilege, and I don't know, people, damn Ruby was sitting up there crying. Hildebrand did not enter in any kind of a statement. um I think she just knows she's dead wrong for what she did and how she was doing things. So I don't know. um we'll see. We don't know if they'll get out anytime soon. Hopefully they will have to suffer the consequences for their behavior and the treatment of these poor children. And I hope that when they get a chance to go to parole board, that the children or the father will show up and start to share victim impact statements and stories about their memories and what happened to them, so that they can go and have another seat and have to come back again and have to come back again and have to come back again, because no child should have to deal with anything like that. It's awful. um all right, guys, good morning. I just wanted to kind of get into that because that was like some big YouTube news, and we've seen this happen over and over again. YouTubers and you know, some of them thinking that they are doing their damn thing on this YouTube, trying to be whatever and thinking that they're going to educate people on their foolishness and fuckery. And clearly that is not the case. Everyone doesn't do it like that. So Ruby and Hildebrand went ahead and found out, and they are both in their prison stripes and headed to the penitentiary and all of the things. So, okay. So that happened, and it happened so quick. How did justice happen so fast? Because they basically admitted to everything. They admitted, they spilled the beans, they talked on each other, and at the end of the day, yeah, the 911 calls are just, oh, I can only imagine. I've only called 911 a couple of times in my life, and I've never even thought back at how I felt when I called 911, but hearing people's voices when they're calling, it's so sad. Like hearing people in pain and distress, really, that is my empathy button. That's my empath key, I guess. Some things I don't care about, I'm gonna be honest. But people in suffering, it's that's my little soft spot right there. And hearing that kind of got to me last night, you know. Um I hope this case sets an example for the trash YouTube. For the people, like if you think you're doing your damn thing as a mom and people keep telling you that you're not saying that you have to monkey see, monkey do, but you might want to reevaluate and just like think, maybe I'm not, you know, just because this is what my mom and my grandmother did, or this is what somebody said to do, doesn't make it right. And also understand you will and can be held accountable, right? Because in 2024, in the 2020s, people aren't with this foolishness anymore, right? Okay, case in point. So I did this morning, I did a private members live. It'll be out on the YouTube streets a little bit later. But we did talk about Liv's live. I know Liv is very sensitive to reactions, and she's talking about her behind might be going to jail behind some non-payment of child support. And okay, you've had ample opportunity running back and forth to the damn one price store, running back and forth to damn Goodwill, damn Salvation Army, running around buying cheap ass, stupid ass Christmas presents rather than paying the father who takes care of them, runs them to school, and pays tuition. I don't know if they go to charter school or private school or not, but I know they wear uniforms. At the end of the day, whatever Mr. Gerard is paying towards those kids, and the state says that he is eligible for some money to help compensate the fact that he is the primary caregiver, and you're supposed to be kicking out some cash to handle business over there, then that's what you need to be doing. And if they're going to throw your ass in the clink for that reason because you are not keeping up and you keep going to go buy ugly clothes that you don't even wear, when do we not see her with them dirty ass t-shirts with the cut down the middle? Can you tell me? When does Liv ever wear any of her outfits? Excuse me, guys. When do we ever see her wearing a new outfit? Put some sliced raw onion on the bottom of your feet, girl. That's the old school. Okay. Cold will cook the onions when you smell really badly and the onions are soft. Put some sliced raw onions on the bottom of your feet. Put some socks on and lay down. The cold will cook the onions when you smell really badly and the onions are soft. Okay. You know what, I feel like my husband has done that to me. Girl, let me tell you, Lambo will be sitting up there trying to eat my heels. I'm late afternoon, peeps. Hope you are well and safe. Thank you, Susie. Susie is must be in the other side of the country. Is this Alasia? Alasia Nicolette. Hey, boo boo. And I see you. Do you have a crown on? It's beautiful. Um, Bougie Gang has some beautiful, 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 beautiful women. The beauties of Bougie Gang, okay, and all of the smarts and wisdom. Um, it's awful. Anyway, so Liv is talking about she's getting ready to go to jail. We're gonna talk about it. I did it early. There were a few members that joined me, but I wanted to get through a good portion of it, which we got through about the first 56 minutes. I'm going to breeze through the last half hour. If it's worth it, we'll go to it, but you guys know where to find Liv, okay? Also really quick before we get into our video, we are in Atlanta at the moment. Risa Tisa, let me talk about her for a second. Number one, I don't know that I even believe her story. I kind of believe her story from a standpoint of sis seemed happy to have a date. I don't think sis had been out in a minute. And that happens, right? Like sometimes we go through a dry season. Girl, yesterday she had 1 million followers. Today she's got 1.7 million. Sis is a internet sensation. She says she's doing daily lives Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Did she? I don't even know if TikTok pays like that. Allegedly, maybe TikTok does pay. I don't know. Is this her live from this morning? What's today? 30 minutes ago. Okay, guys, let's catch 30 minutes ago, and then I'm going to give my little rant on what I think about Risa Tisa. I really think she is a beacon for, look, don't be offended. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about her and her position. If you resonate with this, that's your business. I'm not talking about you. Okay. What I'm going to say is, I think she kind of resonates a little bit with the low self esteem chicks who've been done bad, done dirty, played a fool, all of the things. Because why do we need to draw? Some people are saying the 50 parts are worth every minute, and maybe it is. I don't have that time to invest. Clearly, ma'am don't have kids. Ma'am is still not doing anything. And ma'am has a long commute. And I get it, sis. Get your content, get monetized, get your money, do all the things. I just feel like you are leaving a hell of a paper trail out here. And maybe because I haven't listened to the whole thing, I'm just trying to find where the wisdom is rather than rather than create like trying the drama of it all of being done dirty by a bum. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's not even just, I don't know if you're saying it's the big girls. You know, I don't know if it's I don't think it's a big girl thing. I've never not had a good looking man, and I'm talking about from teenage years, all the way to adult. I've never not had a fine, okay? Um, I've always been a thickums, okay? I've never been like skinny and stomach on flat, okay? Um, but I've never, and not my version of cute. I'm talking about good looking men. Okay. And sis not coming out her pocket, none of that. Right. I don't know what's going on with this and why it's resonating with so many people. I find the story interesting, and I think she caught people at a time. People on these short form platforms like long form content. Okay. But TikTok is a short form platform, but she's giving mucho chapters. And I think people just want something long to listen to. I'm just not finding the curb appeal on something that is so like, I don't know. We're going to have to see how it ends. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to trash it or anything. I'm just trying to understand. You watched 30 to 52. I believe her story and commend her on accepting responsibility. Okay. So it's okay. So it's a long time. It's a long investment of your time. And maybe this is cathartic for her. Maybe she is finding her healing. Maybe this is like a long therapy session. Um, It's the quick output. What do you mean? Like the TikTok? But I mean, as a whole, I mean, look, another thing, at the end of the day, ma'am is chronicling a book, if you will, right? Let's listen. I guess she did a live or she just posted up something 30 minutes ago. So this is hot, fresh off the presses. So let's hear what ma'am had to say this morning.
Satisa. I am the creator of the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series.
Ooh, y'all, here I go messing it up again.
Okay.
Finally, someone said.
Okay.
Hi, I am Risa Tisa. I am the creator of the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series that has been all over TikTok. I do realize that this series has gone completely viral, but I'm happy to see that people are having conversations about it. I'm happy to see that people are watching it, but more importantly, I'm happy to see that it is helping someone, even if it is just one person. That was the purpose of putting this video series up, to tell my story and to tell it detailed and in order.
Okay.
With that being said, I do have a public service announcement. The series Who the Fuck Did I Marry is not something that you have to sit down and hold your phone and watch. I did it the way I did it so that way you actually can listen to it as an audiobook, chapter by chapter, in order. So, if you see this and you're like, oh my God, I'm not doing 50 parts, don't worry. Simply go to my page, click on the playlist, and it will play in order for you. You can listen to all the times I made bad decisions. You can clearly listen to the good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing, but most importantly, the redemption and the forgiveness that I'm trying and learning to give myself. All in all, do not be dismayed by the fact that it's 50 parts. Think of it as an audiobook. That's how it was done, that's how it was recorded. Do whatever you need to do in your daily lives and just play it in the background. And if you still feel like this was way too long, she dragged it out, fair enough. But I challenge you to listen to the entire series. I challenge you to listen to it in order. That way, a lot of the questions you have that you all are asking, they will be answered. If you still have questions at the end, I get it and I understand. You guys be blessed, and I hope and pray that this series has helped somebody. Have a great day.
And I mean, I hadn't even seen that, but that's exactly what I just said. I mean, it sounds like a book. It's 50 chapters. Okay, very good. Look, you can't do anything but accept accountability for making bad decisions and also like even talking it out. So she talked it out. You know what I mean? I don't know. I cannot commit to, I mean, I think just hearing the number is daunting for me just because of what I do and how much content I have to listen to and or want to listen to. Um I don't know. We'll see. I listened to it while I was doing my hair. Oh, like were you braiding your hair or unbraiding your hair? It's like one of those unbraiding my hair type things. Um when it takes 2 and 3 hours to get all your hairs on. The chapters are very short. Some of the chapters are like I saw, 10 minutes, this, that, and the third. Anyway, look, good for her. At the end of the day, it is starting a conversation because people do need to know about like the nestos. They need to know about these scammer type dudes. I look, I'm sure she made some bad decisions, but also you have to be on the lookout for these guys who kind of woo you, love bomb you, do some things, and then because of the things that they laid out at the beginning, you ignore the things that immediately start to happen and things that just maybe don't add up, right? Um, that's what I got up to about chapter 5, right? Um, I don't know. Maybe because I'm so far removed from this type of situation, for me, it's kind of like, but I know that there are people out here in the middle of it and really did need someone to relate to and someone to talk to about it. I don't really believe it's a fat girl thing. I think that's kind of the low hanging fruit. And that speaks to like the self deprecating humor or maybe a little bit of where her low self-esteem lies. There's nothing low self-esteemish about being heavy, chubby, chunky, big girl, anything. If she's happy with who she is, she's happy who she is. I think that it's less about being a big girl as it is just about being a woman who was desperate and wanted something that she really didn't know much about. Because I think the thing for me also on top of this is just the idea and the notion that marriage is something so simple. We see arranged marriages a lot. We see marriages being arranged on the internet. We see shows like The Bachelor. Arranged marriages have been happening since the beginning of time. And understand that there is a science to some of this arranged marriage stuff. Just meeting someone, and because you want to be with someone and you want to have kids, and he's over here couch surfing and you don't even know about it, makes you open, like you're telling the truth, miss, he was lying to you. If you had met someone who was actually really straight up, we wouldn't even be watching this TikTok right now, right? But he was on some bullshit, and because he knew that you were wide open for something, unfortunately you got taken advantage of. That's why I think he's a con person, right? It's not so much he's just a pathological liar and he's got mental problems. This dude is a fucking scammer. Like, call it what it is. Sis, you got scammed. You got scammed because it's not just who the fuck did I marry, a pathological liar. Sir was a couch surfing scammer. Okay, to me, I haven't heard the whole thing. I feel like I should listen to more and get a little deeper into it. But it's giving scammer to me, and I don't think weight has anything to do with it. Um, uh, that's it. Yeah, couch surfing, dick dashing, all of the things, right? He could have some mental illness, but I think it's a derivative of the fact. Maybe I'm wrong. It's a romance scam. Okay. Romance scam. That's six of one, half a dozen of another, right? So, okay. I mean, it's giving a lot. It's giving a lot, and it's certainly a cautionary tale. We talked about that yesterday a little bit. Um, a lot of these situations are when you find that, like even Shirley Strawberry, when you find that you're cutting ties with your blood, your own daughter, to make room for a man who doesn't even deal with his own kids, that's weird. Don't do that. An ex-friend gained a lot of weight, online dated, and the type of men and the treatment she accepted was crazy. She wasn't like that before and changed her self-esteem. She maybe didn't feel worthy. It activated a something in her of her self-worth, right? And started to accept less, right? It's look, I wish sis the best. She's got a smile on her face. I just would say, don't, me personally, if I were talking to a girlfriend and we spent a year, because sometimes this type of self-awareness takes a long time. Thank God for TikTok, right? You know what I mean? At a certain time, it's time to turn the page. So I see someone said right here, season 2, Risa in Paris. People like her. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And I wish her the best. She's a good storyteller, obviously, and she's resonated with TikTok. We'll keep our eyes open. I might get a little bit more into it. Maybe I'll come back after. I will commit. For those of you who've watched, I'm gonna try to get to 20. Okay. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna get into the chapters, and I'm gonna let it rip, and I'm gonna come back with my review up to 20, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. If you guys want to join me, maybe I'll set something up and we can listen to it together. Okay. I think she's very pleasant. I do. Okay. You like her. I would never be her friend. She's in sis is I'm gonna get I haven't came to that conclusion yet. Uh because I haven't listened to enough. So, in all fairness, I'm not going to be judgy. I'm just judging on what I've seen so far. Let me get to 20 and put some respect on those who've watched 1 through 50. Well, we just watched 52 today. This is 51, sis. We just watched it. I'll run it again for those.
Hi.
So now you can say you've watched 1 through 51.
Satisa. I am the creator of the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series that has been all over TikTok. I do realize that this series has gone completely viral, but I'm happy to see that people are having conversations about it. I'm happy to see that people are watching it, but more importantly, I'm happy to see that it is helping someone, even if it is just one person. That was the purpose of putting this video series up, to tell my story and to tell it detailed and in order. With that being said, I do have a public service announcement. The series Who the Fuck Did I Marry is not something that you have to sit down and hold your phone and watch. I did it the way I did it so that way you actually can listen to it as an audiobook, chapter by chapter, in order. So, if you see this and you're like, oh my God, I'm not doing 50 parts, don't worry. Simply go to my page, click on the playlist, and it will play in order for you. You can listen to all the times I made bad decisions. You can clearly listen to the good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing, but most importantly, the redemption and the forgiveness that I'm trying and learning to give myself. All in all, do not be dismayed by the fact that it's 50 parts. Think of it as an audiobook. That's how it was done. That's how it was recorded. Do whatever you need to do in your daily lives and just play it in the background. And if you still feel like this was way too long, she dragged it out, fair enough. But I challenge you to listen to the entire series. I challenge you to listen to it in order. That way, a lot of the questions you have that you all are asking, they will be answered. If you still have questions at the end, I get it. And I understand. You guys be blessed. And I hope and pray that this series has helped somebody.
Look, I'm sure it has. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm far removed from that. I haven't been in the dating world for a long time. Okay. And I get it. And I know that a lot of people suffered during the pandemic, um, being alone at home. It was depressing. It was sad. I think it was scary for some people. You know what I mean? I don't know where her family lives. She talked about his family being in Philly and he, she talked a lot about him. I don't know where her family was, why she didn't want to go home to her people. I don't know, but whatever. But she did express a desire to want to have a family and want to be married. I just encourage anyone out there. Marriage is wonderful. It's beautiful when you can marry someone who loves and respects you and wants to build a family with you and you want the same thing with them. Um, it is a nightmare if that is not the case. It's just a nightmare. And I don't even know from firsthand experience being a nightmare, but I know what I've gone through being a married woman, and I couldn't imagine doing marriage with someone I don't love, don't care about, and is weird. Okay. I cannot imagine. It would be a nightmare. I couldn't do it. I'm a Virgo. I don't rest easy in being fake and phony. I cannot. I cannot. So it's like if Virgo were a religion, it's against my religion on some Virgo. Okay. I cannot. And I was also raised by two Scorpios. Okay. A October Scorpio and a November Scorpio up under one roof. Okay. These two were madly in love with each other. Okay. Um, period. And that's what I saw. That's what I was raised in. And that's what I knew I could not accept anything less than as a person, you know what I mean, growing up. Like that's what I don't even want to say that that's what I was looking for, but if that wasn't what it was going to be, then it wasn't going to be anything. You know what I'm saying? So Anyway, I will commit to watching up to 20 just on some greater understanding, and this is obviously a viral thing right now, and I think it's a great conversation. And there are some very dishonest, deceptive people out here. I just want to encourage any one person out here, don't be so ready to jump in just because someone is telling you what you want to hear. Actions speak louder than words, and that's the main thing. Actions speak louder than words. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Um, and I just think that the receipts thing was weird. The fact that he was always felt like he had to show her some damn receipts, that was strange. But I do need to get deeper into it. So I'm gonna commit to a little bit more time. And listen, maybe while I'm doing some editing later and see what happens with that. But anyway, I did want to so this was going on in Atlanta. Let's pivot over here because I think Keisha is doing a rant and or some car talk. Hopefully StreamYard is going to cooperate with me. Um love is a verb. Okay. So anyway, let's get into it. Um let's hear what ma'am has to say. Okay.
Still cracking. Hey guys, good morning. My voice is still cracking, so don't mind that, y'all. Oh, my skin looks so freaking good, y'all. My skin looks so freaking good. I love my new skincare routine. I'm just so freaking in love. All I did was put on some brows and a little mascara, that MAC mascara that I had just bought from Ulta. And the rest is me, honey, because your girl is
I'm trying to find some.
But I'm going to do a skincare routine on my vlog. I did do like a little reel on my Instagram, but I'll do like a more detailed, drawn out skincare routine on my vlog and share with you guys, because I do use even more products than I shared in that reel, but sometimes it's hard to like show and share everything within a certain amount of time. Sometimes I like to do longer reels.
Why does she think her skin looks that good? Look at those lips, guys. Yikes. Exactly, Amber. Why? Who told her that her skin looks that amazing? Like, where is the disconnect in what's going on here? Like, ma'am, who told you that you got it going on with the skin? I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm definitely not. It's not. It's just. It's giving skin. It's not giving flawless. Um, it's just it. I mean, I'm on a very big screen. Like I'm sitting dead in front of a big screen, and I just wouldn't be going on and on and on. You know what I mean? Like it's going on and on and on and on and on. And ma'am, it's not all that. You know what I mean? Like it's just not.
But for stuff like that, it's kind of best to do 30 seconds of most.
I just don't see her. Okay, let me give you an example. Like Peyton, for instance. Peyton has problematic skin. Sometimes she breaks out, sometimes her skin is flawless. Um, a week or two ago, she said, I haven't had one breakout. I'm breakout free. My skincare. We've seen any of us who have been in the skin, in the, if you're over 40 and have, or even just in your 30s or whatever, it doesn't really even matter your age. If you've been on the journey of acne at any point in your life, I started acne journey in my late 30s into 40s, right? I never had any acne problems as a kid, young 20s or anything like that. It started for me in my late 30s, okay? Anyway, the difference, Peyton doesn't come out here sharing her skincare routines on some I've got flawless skin. It's this is what's working for me. This is what I'm using. I heard this can help me. You know what I mean? Like it's on some skin, trying to find the right thing for a skincare journey rather than my face looks so good, my skin is so beautiful. I'm so damn gorgeous, all this stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I can respect that, and it it absorbs more. You know what I'm saying? Keisha is sitting here talking about I'm so it's like, sis, you don't have nothing else to talk about? I'm so beautiful. I'm really feeling my skincare routine. Look at my skin. Da, 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 da. Like the way that she talks about it, it's just giving, it's not giving what you think it's giving. I don't have a problem with her sharing what she does for skincare, but let's talk about what it is. Like, um, it's just giving you think that it's look, like I said, it's not giving what you think it's giving. That's I guess what I'm trying to say, and that's it. Other people who talk about skincare all the time don't necessarily come from the angle that look, this was working, now it's not. I put this blush on, oh, I'm feeling a tingle. I hope I don't wake up with a pimple tomorrow. Like they're just giving the real of trying and experimenting with new things. You see what I'm saying? Um oh, what a sight to see. Girl, you missed the last freeze frame. Sis, I go through that right before my period at 48. Yeah, I mean I had a breakout. I mean, I'm just like, thank God for Christian Dior. Thank God for good. I still, so Hourglass has a very good stick foundation. Um, which I love the cream stick foundations. I look over the pandemic when I was getting maskne between Fenty, um, foundation, which I really love, NARS Pure Radiance, um, MAC. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the cream blush in a compact. But I haven't really been using as much makeup because I don't get camera ready every day anymore because I'm typically on Avatar. Um, but yeah, I mean, I had to get my foundation game down because you want your skin to look nice and finished if you're going to be taking pictures or, you're going out or whatever. But yeah, like I don't see her doing any of that. But when she sits here giving an Easter speech on some damn, my skin looks so good. I'm like, sis, what?
below, and there was no way for me to share everything in 30
The
seconds or
lip
below.
injections look crazy.
I'm up here at Chick-fil-A. I don't even like Chick-fil-A, but I didn't want to do McDonald's. I gave McDonald's.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't love Chick-fil-A anymore either. I had Chick-fil-A a few weeks ago, and I don't know if it's just gotten super duper greasy. Um, I still like their fries if they're hot. Maybe I just, girl, look at this freeze frame. My God. Um, I don't want to say I'm done with Chick-fil-A, but it's not a go-to. I honestly would just rather go sit down at a restaurant for a minute. Girl, Miss Bond said she looks like she got beat the fuck up. Okay, face looks swollen. Miss Bond's not holding back.
And I mean, it was okay temporarily. I don't like chicken for breakfast. I think that's another thing. I don't like chicken. Like I don't like chicken biscuits and chicken sandwich. I don't know how people eat that. That's the
You
last
like
thing
eggs,
that I want for
don't you?
breakfast is a chicken.
If you eat eggs in the morning, is that not chicken? Hello?
Chicken biscuit. Like I want my chicken for lunch or dinner. But here I am about to get some freaking chicken minis. So go figure. I gotta go to my backup vendor. And then I have to meet to go pick up some sea moss. If y'all are not taking y'all sea moss, because I know last time on Christmas I showed y'all
with these last lip injections, they look like she's got a butt crack going up her lip. Girl, it's the freezes, right, Ari?
Did I show y'all the company? I don't know. I don't think I did because everybody was messaging me, asking me about that sea moss. Now I finally found me a local sea moss distributor who makes it and does a freaking amazing job. And yeah, so I'm supporting her Black-owned business, and I would share her information. I probably won't vlog her or nothing. I'm pretty sure she don't want to be on the vlog, but I would definitely show her business and also give y'all a little bit more benefits when I get the sea moss in hand. But that is definitely something you want to make sure you are consuming. I would like to give y'all my little health tips, and not that I'm a professional or expert or anything.
Why do we want health tips from someone who stays sick and has mucus constantly and skin looks extremely dry?
Like that. But yeah, so, and then I got to go run and pick up a few more things for the girls' Valentine's Day baskets. They're making sure they do not let us forget that it's Valentine's Day. Like, it's like less about me and feeling love on that day and all about the girls. Like, my whole life surrounds around them girls. Like, it's crazy being a mom, like how you go from like certain holidays and like thinking about myself, because I've never been selfish. I'm selfless. Like, I've always been that way. But of course, you have the things that you like. It's not bad to like have things that you like. But now it's just all about.
The lie detector determined.
Hey, how are you doing? Good morning, Keisha. Can I have a chicken mini meal, please?
4 10 count.
4, please.
And what's the drink?
Orange juice, please.
Any condiments?
Strawberry jelly.
Would that be all?
Yep.
4 count mini meal, orange juice, strawberry jelly.
Oh yeah, and ketchup.
And ketchup, so it's $9.23.
You having a good morning?
Yes,
I'm doing okay.
I'm gonna take health advice from somebody who slurps up snots. I don't think so.
Y'all, that tea that I showed y'all the other day, y'all, in my last vlog, or not the tea, the steam. So we started off as a tea, then we pushed it up to the steam mask that I showed y'all. Last night I put the tea tree oil, the peppermint oil, eucalyptus oil, and those, what is the other thing called, y'all? I can't remember. Those crystals. I put that in my diffuser and slept under it last night, honey. When I tell you I slept like a freaking baby, I wanted to try it out on me first, so I didn't let the girls sleep with it. We also do have a face steamer, and I also remember I got that hair steamer and face steamer for Christmas. So I also already had a small face steamer that I had got from Amazon when we lived at our last place. So later on in the day, I didn't vlog it because I was done with vlogging y'all that day. But when we did that face steam later on that day, I took the face steamer and I let Jaya and Journey sit under it just to see if they like that one better. I didn't particularly like it. You could still get the effect, but it was more like misty and not a real steam. I don't know how to really explain it, but it was misty like. Now, the face steamer that I got for Christmas, I did not try that one yet, so I may try it out, but I did put it in the diffuser and it worked great. Like, I loved it. You could really, really still smell the benefits and really inhale it. So I like.
Why are people talking about her looks? You talking about this one? There's conversation. Why are people talking about her looks? I don't think she's not a beauty queen. Ma'am thinks she is. Ma'am thinks is giving more than what is giving. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, why are people talking about her looks? That's just an individual thing. I think Keisha has had a long history on this internet, and people feel a way about her. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's because they don't like her, but I think that her attitude gives stank, and sometimes it's hard to give stank people flowers. And I don't even if she were not stank, she's just, she's ain't nobody better than one person. Like, you know what I mean? It's not giving, she's not a supermodel. Is that okay to say without seeming haterish? You know what I mean? I think it's okay to know that you are beautiful in the eyes of the Lord, and everyone has their good qualities, but ma'am gives stank on these YouTube streets. So I think for some people, they're not, you know what I mean? It's just, it clouds anything redeeming because she's real stank. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. I don't know if I gave a good answer or not, but it's giving stank. And she definitely photoshops and edits her pictures heavily. So we don't even really know what ma'am looks like. And she does give catfish. Okay. I'm not saying she's a ugg mug. Somebody else might say that, but I just don't think that ma'am is seeing the real. Okay. I'm trying to be nice. She's so delusional. And she has a good share of people that just don't fuck with her. And yeah. Why, when she talks, she always pursing her lips as if she's giving. Um, okay, hopefully I was answering your question, Rich Potato. Okay, boo boo. Um, but yeah, she's problematic. That's why she's on. That's why people. She's problematic. I'm gonna just say it like that. Um, um. But that was a good question. I don't mind. I mean, a good, honest question from sis. Now, sis has some knowledge of what other people know. And then maybe it's like, oh, okay. But not saying that you have to lean. This is not a cult of personality. Everybody doesn't have to feel the same way. Um, Dermatologist is never a bad idea. If you are having skin problems, irritations, even if you go to the dermatologist once a year, if you have issues, it's good to go check into the dermatologist. Absolutely. She's not bad looking. I'm not going to give her ug mug, but I know that she turns a lot of people off because of her ways. You understand what I'm saying? Um, oh, Tressa. Okay. All right. So Tressa, again, Tressa is one of God's children. Okay. Everybody is not going to be Rihanna. Everybody is not going to be um who is strikingly beautiful? That lady, what is her name? The one who just got divorced from Amani. She's got those beautiful eyes. She's so pretty. The dancer, singer, actress, all of that. You guys know who I'm talking about. Um, there's just some strikingly beautiful people. Like everyone is God's creation. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, okay. Tisa is a sweet person, and I think I don't know why people are giving her the business. I certainly didn't come for her looks. Um, Everyone and anyone can find love. Absolutely. And I think the more you feel good about yourself, it there's just something about upping your self-esteem and letting go of the pain and hurt of the past that helps you get your glow on. You know what I'm saying? Think about it for a second. Like there's just Risa Tisa, I think, has been through a lot and she feels a certain type of way about herself, thus the 50 chapters. I think that when Ma'am really gets back a hold of herself and maybe sits back and listens to her 50 chapters and moves on from that, you can already see that there's a certain amount of lifting of her, that she's been lifted from this experience of just over the past week, watching videos from the beginning to the end. Like she even looks like she's got a glow, right? But yeah, if people are coming for her, that's, that's their business. I agree. Keisha looks. Oh, okay. Rich Potato says she agrees. Keisha looks terrible, and I was behind in the live. I thought people were talking about Risa, not Keisha. Okay. But yeah, Risa has a beautiful spirit, and the more that she heals, the more her glow up is going to happen. This chick is living in Deluluville, and she's trying to give out makeup tips, beauty tips, and it's like, ma'am, sometimes you're on this internet, you haven't even washed your face, sis. Okay.
Like that. But anyways, y'all, let me go ahead and go. I did put my wig on this morning and I didn't have a chance to curl.
It's like she gives like the I'm making love to the camera look. I mean, sis is in love with herself.
On my hair, but I guess I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know where we're going for Valentine's Day, but I'm pretty sure all of that is going to be in this vlog because I'm not posting a vlog from today by itself tomorrow. So I will see y'all.
It's giving stank.
Later.
Absolutely. She's got very much stank attitude.
The sea moss gel and the company is Mix of Health. So I'm gonna have
A
all her information
doo-doo-ma.
across the screen. But she definitely ships.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button for me, guys.
Especially if you're local.
Shouts out to
Atlanta.
Facebook.
I mean, like I said, she ships.
Danae, Madison, Sandra
if you have
on Facebook. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
There's so much benefits to
Tiana.
the
I think
sea moss, but you
Tiana
gotta
is
get a reputable
stunning.
company that
She's
actually
so
makes
beautiful.
really, really good natural sea moss. No extra stuff added. She actually
Tyra.
shows
There's
how to take it
Kelly
2 to 3
Rowland.
spoonfuls a
So many
day. You can
beautiful
add it to
women.
smoothies, juice, water, tea, or consume the gel by itself. So we typically do consume it by ourselves. I mean, like naturally, just a teaspoon, and that's how I give it to the girls. And you guys, when I tell y'all, I'm so mad at myself that I had stopped even taking the sea moss for a while. But we moved. I think we actually stopped taking the sea moss when we moved over here because the person who we were getting it from, who used to make it for us, she was on a whole other side of town, and it was probably like 25 to 30 minutes already from where we were when we were in the city.
Wow. Sis says she looks like the laugh now, cry later mask. What is going on with these freeze frames? Keisha is not catching a break with these freeze frames. This is awful. Let me this might have to be a Ooh, oh. It's the freeze frames never fail. Sis looks like she's in absolute shock. Okay. Y'all,
Now we're on the outskirts of the city, so it's even further. So we pretty much had stopped because of the convenience. I felt bad to have to ask her because she didn't ship it or anything. She kind of just pulled up to drop it off. Speaking of, I need to text her and check in. Bye, Georgia. Bye, Georgia.
oh yes.
Georgia. Look at all them beats underneath that
comedy
couch.
and tragedy.
I need to get all them beats up. That's the first
yes,
thing. Bye, Georgia.
That's comedy and tragedy.
All them bees underneath that couch. When you walk in the house. Bye, Georgia. Bye. Love you. Thanks. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh, you want me to take my jacket? Thank you, baby. You right. Let me get my jacket. You so right. You had hid my jacket, so I thought it was in the car. You done brought it over here. Thank you, Jory. My sweet Georgia. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me get in the car.
I wonder how real estate is going. She doesn't talk about it much anymore.
Half the damn people haven't seen since our address was leaked, but still, people don't believe in privacy and respect that. That's one of the number one reasons why we're moving. When people keep asking us, like, oh, I thought this was your favorite home. The moment our address and our house was leaked the day after we closed, literally people could not wait to try to find where we lived. Like, it was just like a mission, which I don't know why people made it a mission. I don't understand for the life of me, because I've never in my life
that was a lie.
ever cared about where someone else stayed.
That was a lie.
Especially not someone I dislike, because no one who F with us or really like us or support us, no one of them. No one of those people looked us up to see once we announced that we bought our first home. Like, none of y'all like, oh, let's go run to the internet and figure out where it's at and how much it costs and post it for everybody to see, even though they got 3 kids and this could definitely put the kids to safety. I don't give a F if we don't like the parents or the mom or the dad. We don't care about nobody. Like, I've never, like, ever, hold on, put my seatbelt on, like, wanted to do that, felt compelled to do that. But when it happened, I'm like, wait, my neighbor. When it happened, I looked at Jeremy and I told him, well, this was never going to be forever. Like, forever. We were calling it forever, but we knew for a fact it wasn't going to be forever. We did want it to be at least 5 to 10 years, potentially. But ultimately, we knew, like, from the bedroom space, we was like, oh, we can make it work because we'll add a bedroom to the basement because it's a 4-bedroom. And, you know, we purchased our house during the pandemic. So,
Jalen, what I want, hey, Jalen, hey, I can do what I want, I can do what I want, yeah, that way, bitch, bitch, I don't care. I'm outside, I'm outside, ho, yeah, come outside, ho. Get out loud, ho. Man, Jalen, man, Jalen, hating, What I want, hey, what's goody? I can do what I want, I can do what I want. Yeah, I'm a boss, yeah, bitch. Man, Jalen, man, Jalen, hating.
This is what I have to say on Keisha, that house. First of all, was it Kira? Kira, your good real estate sis, that's who fucked up. You should have known. You have a problematic YouTube channel community, and you should have known, in your words, if you get as much hate as you say you get, then you should have thought about that. You should have thought about that. Like that's your bad. And your real estate agent should have known how to service you. So for you not thinking to handle that business as you were transacting your home, I guess you know now, right? I guess you know now. All right, that's for number one. That was on some Kira, who, it wasn't leaked. Like, I love how people say leaked. It wasn't leaked. That shit was dropped. Ma'am was big upping herself for closing a house.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yeah, can we stop telling little lies? Like that is kind of like you're leaving out some very important information. Your real estate agent posted it as a congratulations to my client. So why are we telling lies? Like, that's a whole lie. That is a whole entire lie. Your real estate agent was happy she closed on a house and posted it to her thing, and that's how it got out. It was not leaked. You need to be mad at yourself, okay? You need to be mad at yourself, okay? Now, what's the other thing? People wanting to know people wanted to see what was giving, because, ma'am, you made it seem like you were moving over into the Steve Harvey mansion over there, wherever it is, the former Tyler Perry mansion. You made it seem like, sis, you had deep pockets, and that is also not the case. Okay. People wanted to see what you were working with. Okay. That's what they wanted to see. All right. Somebody asked for a filter. All I have is the Nesto side chick filter. Is that good enough? Someone asked for a filter. That's the only filter I have. I got some Daddy Gone. Maybe we could do Daddy Gone. What other lies? Is there any other lies you can't with her? What else did I highlight? Somebody says, does she still do real estate? Great question. She doesn't talk about it much. She can't be making much off this channel. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. Okay. How is it her titties? How is that her titty? How is that her titties look settled? I don't know. Maybe she's been wearing the strap on them to have them calm down. Her skin looks horrible. Those lips. This kills me. Excuse me. Y'all still in that raggedy house? I don't know anybody who doesn't put a house on the market and it sells like the next day unless there's problems with your house. Okay. Our house, anybody who's been following me for a long time, our house didn't look amazing. It really didn't. But we were less than 5 miles from uptown Charlotte on the bus line. So any of the, Gen Z who don't have cars and like to Uber and Lyft and all that stuff. And it had vaulted ceilings, a wood burning fireplace, big deck on the backyard. Perfect for a single or small family, a couple. That thing, we had offers on offers by noon. Okay. Who doesn't get an offer on a house for sale? So either it's not priced right or it's fucked up or both. That's it and that's all. It might smell like weed down in the basement. I don't know. But I'm sorry. The way that houses sell these days, and the problem probably is because she's the damn real estate agent of record. She probably needs to get her ass up out of it. Like at the end of the day, the fact that you told everybody that your house was for sale, that's your problem. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't ran everybody your business. Okay. Um, I was just watching our old vlogs this weekend, and by the time I posted the video that we came to see this house, the videos that I had up of going to visit houses, when we had put an offer in, there was some negotiations back and forth, and then negotiations stopped. We started looking for more houses. Anyway, by the time they called us back, because they had some other deals fall through that people didn't have the credit. Anyway, long story short, when we put a offer in on this house and they took the offer, girl, that video went down to private, okay? With because we came to see this house 2 times, okay? Anyway, those videos came down very slickly. And by the time we posted the video, when we moved in and closed, girl, we'd already been in the house for 3 days. I never showed any moment that we had fucking pods and moving vans sitting in the front yard. Okay? You don't tell your left hand what your right hand is doing. That's Bible. Okay? I'm giving it to you, YouTube streets, but that's Bible. All right? Keep running your mouth and telling everybody all your business, and then keep being disappointed that you can't control people that don't give a fuck. Okay?
Okay, let me run this back. Initially, when we first started saying we were going to buy our house was 2018. We started the home buying process. I don't even know if we went into detail about this, or I know Jeremy hasn't, but I don't know if I've ever went into detail. But let me just put y'all up on some game as well. Now that I am a real estate agent, I get to educate my client. Can't talk. I get to educate my client. So let me educate y'all real quick. When we first started the home buying process, we're making so much money. We had plenty in savings, well over $100,000 in savings. So we qualified for, no. Take that back. We had over 20K in savings in 2018 when we first were about to start purchasing our first home. And we were pre-approved immediately. A point we were looking at, we didn't really have a particular home in mind. We just knew we wanted modern luxury. We had been living in modern luxury condos and apartments for years since we've been together, so that's the same vibe we wanted. But in the area that we were living in when we first started to look in the market, that area.
Why is she talking to people about having $100,000 in savings when her average customer seems to be credit challenged and needs fake credit lines to actually get a mortgage? Okay? Her clients appear to need bogus credit and nonsense and fuckery and fuck around, find out to get approved for a mortgage. And then she's sitting around here telling people about having $100,000 in the bank. But some of these people can't even pay a fucking Verizon bill. Did she not tell us that? She got people calling her trying to get a damn cell phone bill taken care of. Are you kidding me? The people who have money in the bank and can afford homes over $500,000, girl, they don't need no tips from you. And your audience isn't that. Your audience are trying to get you to go in and get a Verizon bill. At a certain point, if you're making some money and you realize you got some stuff on your credit, the flex is paying that shit off. Call the company, see what you owe. You can work up a deal and get the shit off there the right way. Or I guess you can contest it, but getting fake trade lines and getting people to go and figure out a way, all these people, depending on what kind of methodology this woman is using to fix these people's credit, it's just a matter of time, honey. If there is some sort of impropriety, some sort of weird shit going on, it's all going to come out eventually. And all these people who have sent cash apps or PayPals or paid on her website to have this nonsense foolishness happen, they gonna wish they never even met this lady. Okay.
Specifically was really expensive, like really expensive. So we were finding 3-4 bedroom townhomes and stuff with the 800,000 to $1 million price point and everything. However, the kicker to this is we were not preparing our taxes as if we were going to be buying a home. We were just like, okay, we can afford it. Like, this is what's in our bank account. This is how much we make annually. We can afford it. Like, let's do it. Now, although we were approved for a particular, like I said, 800,000 to $1 million price point based off our income and our savings.
So you want us to know that you got approved for 800,000 to $1 million, but you was there not a dispossessory filing in your name in Atlanta? Was there not a dispossessory? If those of you who don't know, in Atlanta, an eviction is called a dispossessory. The system is down right now, but there's a dispossessory filed in Fulton County with ma'am's name on it for non-payment of rent. What is you talking about? You want to tell people that you got approved for 800,000 to $1 million, but as you're exiting after you purchase your home, you did not pay what you owe. See, the flex, a real flex is having your bills paid. That is a true flex. That is a true flex. Having everything paid, up to date, good credit, all of the things. Moving into a new house and shimmy popping and not paying rent as you're exiting to the point where they got to file a damn dispossessory on that ass. That's embarrassing. That is very much giving embarrassing. That is very much giving low budget. That is very much giving nobody cares what you were approved for. Okay? Because I bet you that dispossessory, if it hasn't been paid off, that will affect that credit. Okay?
We still will have to come up with a difference based off of credit score qualifications. So both parties on the loan have to qualify for the home through credit, not just one party. It's not like a car dealership when you go and you have a 500 or a low 600 credit score, and someone else get on the loan with you who has 600, high 600 to 700,000 credit score, and then you guys are good to go. No, they're going to consider the lower credit score and the middle credit score of that lower credit score to be a part of this loan. Getting a mortgage is one of the hardest forms of or harshest forms of the credit pool that you could potentially go through. They're really strict. Not only are they looking at your score, they're looking at what forms of debt you have. They're looking at, and at this point, I had so many credit cards. Like, oh my gosh, y'all, I had so many credit cards because every store I went to, they asked, hey, we'll give you such and such off if you open up a credit card. And I knew I had great credit and I know I always pay my bills. So boom, there is another card. I had probably 10, 15 credit cards when we first started. Us look at a lot more stuff differently because we were not aware of like a huge down payment, closing costs. We were not educated with any of these things.
Just because you have a bunch of store cards doesn't mean that you even use them. Shoot, me personally, I feel like during the pandemic, if you have like a Sephora card, if you go 6 months without using the card, they're shutting your card down, or at least a year. I don't know. I felt like it was a year at one point. Now it's like 6 months. So either you're carrying balances on everything, like you make a little purchase like that, you should pay it off the next month. If you got the money walking in the door and they talk you into a card because they're going to give you points or something free, pay it off. Having a bunch of cards isn't what it is. Having an excellent mix of credit, having unsecured, secured credit, having loans, having a good mix of credit cards. That's why it doesn't even sound like you know what you're talking about. You could have 15 credit cards. It doesn't matter. Is your income debt credit ratio where it needs to be? Is your credit usage below 50%? Do you have an on-time pay record? Does your credit mix, do you have a good mix of credit so that you're getting an excellent rating? Like, do you just have credit cards? Do you just have a loan? Do you just have a car payment? Have you paid things off? Like, does it show that you've actually paid for cars and paid off? Have you paid off a loan successfully?
So although we did have savings, we were not educated with earnest money, down payment, closing costs, interest, and the mortgage, and getting the HOAs, taxes. We didn't know none of that. We didn't know any of that. So once all those things started to be a factor, we kind of like, wait, if we're gonna get this and pay this, then we should probably go to an area where we're put, like, where it makes sense, the money makes sense. And then of course my parents, as well as Jeremy's mom, you know, consistently told us, like, hey, you guys, and this is before Jory was even conceived, they were like, hey, you guys have small kids, like, you need to think about the future with like yard space and this, that, and the third, and, you know, not looking in the areas you guys are looking in. So it kind of like made us think, and we kind of like paused for the cause and decided to wait a year to have our taxes done as if we were buying a house, so that the debt to income ratio made even more sense, so that the down payment and the closing costs would not be as pricey. So that pushed us back to 2019. And then by that point, Jory was conceived and in my belly. And so.
Long story short, wasn't her house like $300,000? You got approved, allegedly, you got approved for $1 million. People who are going to buy a home, I don't care what market it is. I do not care what market it is. Because $1 million home, like in New Jersey, is different from $1 million home down here. Like in my hometown, a home that costs, let's say, I'm from Englewood, New Jersey. You could find a home like a Cape Cod, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. Any of you people, anyone from up top knows what a Cape Cod is. Regular ass house. Maybe it's been updated, remodeled, new kitchen, all of those things. I mean, you could be looking at anywhere from $600,000 to $800,000. Down here, an $800,000 home is a whole different story. Okay, she's in Atlanta. $1 million. So you got approved for $1 million. I've seen homes, like, if you follow me with the Nesto story, those houses on Pine Grove Road, one of them was really more dated than the other, but one of them was like right around $800,000. It was 5 and 6 bedrooms. It had a pool in the backyard. Like, it was giving something. Okay. The other one I think was $1.2 million. Bent Creek was maybe $1.1 million. Right. The time range that she's talking about pre-Rona, under $1 million, but still $1 million is a considerable home in Atlanta, even today. But she ended up purchasing a house that was $400,000. I don't even believe that. I don't believe that she was approved for $1 million. I just don't. It was over 400. I thought it was the 3 something. Maybe with the deposit, and then the mortgage ended up being 3 something. It doesn't even matter because, sis, you know, I'm not a pocket watcher. I'm just saying, if you're going to talk numbers, then they need to make sense, right? Like, we're not going to just sit here and pretend that what she's talking actually makes sense. Because they know pocket watchers up in here. But at the end of the day, ma'am, these dollars don't make sense, sis. Okay, we're just gonna have to call some bullshit on that. I don't see someone in the market for an $800,000 to $1 million home buying a $400,000 home. That is a tremendous decrease in the budget, and that tells me that those pockets weren't adding up. Is something was amiss in those pockets, and I'm talking about some dollars. Some dollars was missing because, girl, that don't make.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
It was just so much other stuff.
Girl, she had to be quiet on that
Wait
one.
for your sisters to
Girl.
get down here. What?
I'm not saying anything about those outfits.
Not right now. Look at your new necklace.
What about that is Valentine's Day? Did she just go run through Dollar General and just pick up a bunch of shit? What is that? What Valentine's Day is that? And why does it look like she's got rugby shirts and black work pants on the kids? Why does it look like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
So I got them all necklaces. I'm a little mad because Jory's came out. This is Journey. Let me show you guys what it looks like. So this is Journey. This is a real gold and diamond website that I found. One of the girls, Cheer Friends' mom, sent me a link. And it was pretty affordable. You get 3 of everything, of course it adds up, but it was still really affordable. Let me see yours. You see yours? Look at yours, Jojo. This is y'all see how small theirs are. But then look at Jory's.
You kept right on. You have to your Valentine's thing on.
Baby, you gotta wear that. You can wear that later. Look. Did you see this?
I can't open this.
They don't care about the necklaces.
Look, Jojo. Look. Read it.
Minnie Mouse. I love you.
Okay, guys. I totally forgot to vlog last night because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning when I set this up. So this is the aftermath of their. I was doing a Valentine's Day basket, but when I was getting the baskets yesterday, I kind of thought like it was frivolous.
Oh my God!
Like, I could just literally set it out for them and do it that way. So Jory got a Minnie Mouse dress with some Minnie Mouse shoes, literally all over the floor. They all pretty
all
much
that
got
coughing and hacking.
Diane and Journey got some new earrings. They into jewelry.
I don't understand these outfits. They're horrible. I'm just gonna say I don't understand what was Valentine's Day about those rugby shirts and black pants.
Mail it to her, which probably be easiest because I'm just paying for like going to the damn bank. I mean, she don't want to be walking around there. I forgot. I'm looking ratchet and ghetto because I'm over here doing all this Valentine's Day stuff. Yeah, y'all. I forgot. I'm looking ratchet and ghetto. Scarves. All this Valentine's Day stuff for the girls and totally I'm looking ratchet and ghetto because I'm over here doing all this oh yeah, y'all, I forgot. I'm looking ratchet and ghetto because I'm over here doing all this Valentine's Day stuff for the girls. I forgot. I'm looking ratchet and ghetto because I'm over here doing all this Valentine's Day stuff for the girls and totally forgot I had on my freaking scarves when I walked out the house because my head was warm. And then it dawned on me I didn't even have my hat in my pocket, so I had to come and take my behind to freaking Walmart. Since I wanted to be ratchet and ghetto, I had to come to the ratchet. No offense to anyone who shops at Walmart. Y'all know I always do.
I would never be offended by anything that woman says. I could give a good goddamn. The people at Walmart are happy to be there, girl. Walmart is not offended, and I certainly am not. I don't care. Okay, so what is this? A whole bunch of. I don't want to eat eggs and waffles in the bathtub. I don't want to have a wet ass trying to eat some waffles. Jeremy, your lunch is ready. That's what it's giving. That wasn't your breakfast. That was Jeremy. Your lunch is ready.
I'm literally on my way out for a Valentine's Day dinner, and I did my makeup for the first time in here, and it actually turned out so freaking flawless. Like, oh my freaking gosh, this is probably one of the best makeup looks ever. Like, literally, I freaking love it.
What is this music going on?
OOTD. Stand back. Don't mind the box back there. So these, I think the entire outfit is from Shein, as a matter of fact. So really, really super affordable. Great top. Gotta make sure the girls aren't spilling out. But great top. I love the detail of this top and the length of the pants. And then of course I'm wearing some earrings, my Chanel purse, my mommy gang necklace, and my Fendi earrings, and to freaking go. Hey guys, so we're at our restaurant. It's super dark in here, so y'all can't see much. They have the ground lit up, but
do you guys hear this music? Like, this is not me.
hey guys, so we're back home. I didn't even vlog as much today. I was thoroughly enjoying. I don't even know if I showed y'all my gifts from Babe. Here's one of the gifts that's sitting right here. It's right here on my dresser. I'm gonna show y'all the other gift. But right now I'm about to go spend some time with the girls. Can y'all see this? Okay, there we go. So he got me this beautiful necklace, and I'm so in love. The girls, which I suspected. Daddy got candy. So my sister, this is one of the things my sister brought. Which are these flowers? It's kind of wet over here, y'all. So let me put the flowers in this new vase that I got. I got this over the weekend. It's so freaking nice from Target. So I'm about to just add some flowers to that. And then, like I watched or follow.
I said that this was just a big cup.
No, I was telling Jai that she had to drink all that for to drink water. Oh, so pretty. So I don't know where we're gonna put these at. Y'all, this is her first press. Y'all, I have not vlogged all day long. The girls got their competition tomorrow. They got an extra practice during this week. I didn't vlog yesterday. We went to the doctor because remember I told you guys we were switching doctors. So we're in the process of doing that. But I needed to go to the doctor because I wanted to talk to them about their classroom. Their teacher told me that, y'all, I love their teachers, but their teacher told me, you look so beautiful, baby. I just want them to see you. They don't even see me right now because you look so gorgeous. You like your hair? You saw it? TT Jessica did such a good job. You ready for your competition? Can you shake your hair? Oh, get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Are you being shy? Daddy's gonna say he loves it so much too.
Chopsticks.
You got chopsticks? Y'all, oh my gosh, this is their first press. Can y'all believe when they were born and now look at their freaking hair? Journey's hair is so freaking long. All their hair is so freaking long. I can't wait to see Jaya's hair after she's done. But anyways, yeah, so we went to their doctor yesterday. I did, because I told you the doctor's office they're currently at has several doctors at their office. So, I mean, you can request to see the same person. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn it off. I know y'all don't want to see the top of her head. But you can request.
Oh my God.
Now we're running into another dilemma. Okay, there we go. You can request to see the same doctor each and every time, but typically we're making an appointment. We want to come to whoever's the first available. So we did go, and I remember I told you guys they told us before that they could never diagnose asthma until the girls were 5 years old. So the last time we went to the doctor was before they were 5 years old. Sometime in December we went to the doctor. It could have been November-ish. But anyways, now that they're 5, I wanted to go back to the doctor to see what kind of test they run to diagnose asthma. And she just listens to their lungs, to be honest. That's all they do. I'm like, that's it. So she just listens to both of their lungs. And then we kind of just like talked about some more things. I went over all the methods. I told her everything that we do. And pretty much, because if y'all didn't see the last vlog, the girls, once again, were like mildly sick. Now, I told the teacher when we got back to school this year, I talked to their teachers about, you know, their peers being sick, because at cheer, if someone is sick,
Oh, my bad, y'all. Girl, my ADD was kicking in. My bad. My bad. Oopsie daisy. My bad.
girls, once again, were like mildly sick.
Girl,
now, I told the teacher when we got back to school this year, I talked to their teachers about, you know, their peers being sick, because at cheer, if someone is sick, the girls' coach gives them a mask, blah, blah, blah. But at school, you know, I watch their cameras all the time. No one ever has a mask. No one ever has nothing. These are kids. They're playing with this. They're doing that. And I know last week, their hair teacher came and she was like, Mom, just want to let you know, 2 of the kids are sick. Journey keeps her hands in her mouth. And she's like, yeah, she was playing with one of the kids that were sick. So I just want to let you know. So we started doing our natural remedies. So they still ended up getting sick. And then I got sick. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Now, my mom told me that my sister and my brother, who both have asthma, were more prone to get sick when they were kids than me. She said I never got sick as a kid, and I was the only one who was not diagnosed with asthma. So I was like, let me go back to the doctor. I scheduled an appointment, went to the doctor, and I was like, test to see if they have asthma, if this is the reason why they're more prone to get sick. So the doctor ended up pretty much, kind of, the way she explained it was, if your kids don't go to daycare, their first year of pre-K, they're more likely to be sick 7 to 10 times. I'm like, 7 to freaking 10 times, that's a lie. So she's like, you will be surprised to have any parents coming here trying to figure it out. And I'm like, yes, they eat well, we juicing, we're taking vitamins, we're doing this, we're doing that, all these natural things. And then they still get sick when their peers get sick. I thought when you build your immune system, if someone else gets sick around you, you're less likely to get sick. But she said, although you can do different things to prevent yourself from getting sick, at this age, it's not always preventative. So she gave Jaya a prescription. She said that she said Journey was perfectly fine when she was her lungs and everything. She said she kind of sort of hurt a little bit with Jaya, but she didn't really want to diagnose asthma. Y'all, I don't know. What I do know is, this is why the main reason I'm telling y'all this. What I do know is, if anyone lives, my Antigua followers, or if you live somewhere that has sauerkraut, I need you to mail me something. Y'all listen crazy.
The lie detector determined
and trying to relax. Yeah, anyway, if you live somewhere right now, because when we went down to Antigua and we did those tours and they took us around everywhere, they were very deliberate with letting us know that they use so much natural stuff off their trees all around in nature, and the things that we have in America, they don't have in Antigua. And then I went to other countries and the same thing. If you live in one of those countries that has soursop, I will pay. Like, of course I will pay. I will do whatever. Not do whatever, but we need to talk. I really, and the other option is me and Betty were talking this summer. We're going to travel. We want to travel somewhere and just get a whole bunch of natural stuff from other countries and bring it back here and just do it the right way, the proper way. But in the meantime, between time, if you live somewhere that already has it, please text my business phone or whatever, because I want to purchase. And I know it's free if y'all just walk outside and pull up y'all trees, but we can work out something. Hey guys, it is 2 days after the clip y'all just saw. It's 12:55 in the morning. I'm literally editing the vlog and waiting for it to render because I color correct my video, so it takes me longer to edit, especially when it's a long video. And this is a longer
She
video.
color corrects her videos. You mean you add a filter because you are catfishing the people? Oh my god. Where's my Jeremy? Does this for me. Jeremy.
Right now because of him. A lot of my credit repair customers because of him. If Jeremy promotes the out of me, like anything that, because I do a lot of things. I feel hair, and Jeremy comes home every day or contacts me throughout his day with somebody, whether it be credit, like, hey, somebody's looking to do this, babe. I talked to them about you, blah, blah. Like, when we close the deal, y'all see the closing video, but just still the point is, he really, really, really values me, and kudos for doing what you're supposed to do. Like, I'm a mom, I don't get kudos for it. He's a dad, but just like to just do it without any question, just because he just so me and wants me to win. So whichever room he's in, every room that he's in, since I've gotten my real estate license, he's this very moment. Just the fact of the matter is, I know this is a client. The goal is so instead of planning to get to that goal. Anyways, y'all, let me go ahead into this condo. We're going condo, y'all. Look at me. I came to the Finchies to get some lunch. Babe had sent me some lunch money. I was like,
yeah, I might got a little deal for y'all people. If y'all, I might got a deal for the people without wheels.
So like Coco, exactly. So like during Rona, right? And they said to stay home because when you limit your exposure, like when you get around people, you can the germy type situations of sneezing, coughing, all of those things, that's what's going to happen, right? The childhood illnesses like getting the common cold, all of those things, that's what builds up our immune systems for when we're getting older, as we increase in age. So absolutely, kids that stay home do get sick less because their exposure is less, but if you leave the house, you're always bringing germs in, but you're limiting, right? Kids in daycare, you're multiplying it by 1,000, right? So, and 1,000 because lots of different households are all coming together. People are going to work. That's why during Rona, everyone kind of limited, stayed home, all of those things. And and that's why the cold, people had less colds. Rona circulated a little bit less, all of those things, right? Like, who is Keisha talking to here? Does she not think that we don't understand that? We don't know that? Like, that's some basic biology, basic science right there. Anyway, girl, once she gets to the cheer competition, I promise you, like, we're done. I'm done.
Oh,
girl, she's just talking her ass off at the moment.
DMs, and it was kind of fitting the DM I read and the moment that I'm in the vlog, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and nip this in the bud before
let's hear
like
about
to make
it.
a mountain out of a molehill.
Girl, let's hear about
First
it.
and foremost, I've told you, I'm gonna let y'all see what the DM was.
Ooh.
But no, let me preface this by saying I don't even respond to drama, hate, negativity. I just don't do it anymore because I don't care, and I don't care to get. I think Jeremy left the refrigerator open. I just don't care to give into negativity. Y'all don't ever hear me respond to it anymore because I just really don't care. Like, it's low vibrational. Like, it's not conducive to what I'm doing in life. So it's just no point to take time out to constantly address things. But when it comes to my kids, y'all know, every once in a while, I got to check a person or two. So before this gets bent out of shape and made into something that is not, because y'all know since the girls have been born, some of y'all know because a lot of y'all are true supporters and y'all never had that thought go through y'all's mind. But y'all know since the girls have been born, they've played this whole favoritism card and made up these crazy, idiotic things about the girls and just weird stuff. I don't even care to even remember what the heck they were saying, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, y'all saw in the vlog how I showed Journey's aftermath of her hair, but y'all didn't see Jaya's aftermath of her hair. The same thing was on my story the same day that their hair got done. I showed Journey's aftermath of her hair on my story. And
how hard is it to say final results? How hard is it to say Why is it the aftermath? That's so
I did not
weird.
show Jaya's aftermath of her hair on my story. I showed her when she was getting it done a little bit, but not the aftermath. So this is the comment that I read. And also I want to say this person in particular has not even commented to me since 2020. So I always look at like the type of stuff people have said to me before I decide my reaction, because some people I can't tell their tone or what they're trying to convey to me based off of text. And I can really take it there when it comes to my kids. Y'all already know that. I can literally misconstrue, even if that's not really what your intentions are. But anyway, so I saw this person has a commented, DM me, responded to anything that I posted in 4 years. So then in 4 years, peekaboo, here you are, and it's something I consider to be negative. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and that's exactly why I'm making this moment in the video, because I gotta sometimes once again remind you guys that you guys do not know content creator, especially mine, because I can't speak for everybody, but I can damn sure speak for Keisha Kaylee. Y'all don't know my life in its entirety. There are so many moments of my day now that I don't vlog. Sometimes y'all see Monday for 5 minutes, Tuesday for 3 minutes, Wednesday for 15 minutes. Like, since I don't vlog as much, it's like this, like it's popcorn all over the place. Like, I'm looking at all these clips now and it's like all over the place. But I just kind of want to put this in perspective for anyone who's watching this vlog, because I had to tell Homegirl the same thing when she says, first of all, she says, now why Jay, can y'all see that? It says, now why Jay didn't get a close up when she was done. And of course, I'm like respectfully checking her, but I'm gonna also just let you guys know, because like I said, I want to just nip this in the bud before it gets there. Journey got her hair done first. The girls started getting their hair done on Friday, the day before their competition. I thought their practice was at 5 o'clock, mommy's fault, at their gym. I did not check my emails and I did not check our band app the entire week because my daughters were sick and I was tending to my daughters all week long. The only thing I ever did on my computer or emails was related to real estate and contracts and deadlines that I have to meet. Other than that, all the emails are unread. Anyways, so I knew we had practice on Friday. Jaya starts getting her hair done, and I'm all excited. Can't wait for her to be finished. At 4 o'clock on the dot, one of the other moms that I'm really close with calls me and is like, "Hey, are you on your way to practice?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Why would I be on my way to practice? The gym is 5 minutes away. Like, why would I be leaving this early?" And she was like, "Girl, the practice is downtown." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Blah, blah, blah. She reminds me. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Jaya has to stop what she's doing." And I'm going to insert the clip because y'all know I love to keep a good receipt. And I filmed so many clips of the girls on my phone, but it doesn't always make it to my story or whatever. But I got a clip right here that I'm going to share with you guys. Not that you guys need proof, but this is just for y'all. Tell me why I had no freaking clue, because the girls, it don't matter. The girls are getting their hair done. Journey's hair gets finished. Jaya's hair is getting pressed out, and we find out we're supposed to be downtown for their freaking practice. This is like one of the biggest competitions of the season tomorrow, but we're about to go home and have Jaya's hair pressed out. Negative or pessimistic person who would like to say she's just making up something, blah blah blah. I just like to keep a paper trail. So luckily I had this clip while we were at the practice. I didn't pick up my camera. I think I actually left the camera at the house because my priority wasn't vlogging while we were on the way to practice. Like, I was literally trying to get my daughter's mind right to let them know like they're going downtown. We're about to be around a lot of people. Like, it was a lot going on. So yeah, we went downtown and I had this clip showing so my job and my priority as a parent was, Jeremy, stop the foolishness. So, anyways, when we came back, since I only anticipated like a 5 to 6 p.m. Practice, we ended up having to stop what we were doing. She literally only had one row of hair done. When I got that call, I had to stop what we were doing, change their clothes into their practice stuff, throw Jaya's hair up in a ponytail, get all the way 30 minutes away downtown when we literally had 5 minutes to be there, and it was very hectic. By the time we came back, Jaya had a huge.
I mean, why didn't he just go ahead and start peeing? I mean, running the water like that, it's like, what? Sir, why are you running water when I'm trying to talk and finish up my vlog? Like, can I,
She had
do
not
you
been eating
mind?
as much as she typically does because of being sick. She had a huge appetite as soon as she was done with practice. So she's getting her hair done, eating her food. I'm focusing on that. And I came upstairs, giving Journey and Jory a bath when her TT wrapped her hair already because it was the latest crap now. And they had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I did not get to see an after to film it to put it on my story. It's not because there's no favoritism, and it's not because any hair, whatever. And like I said, I'm not explaining myself to anybody who loves and supports. This is just once again a narrative that likes to be spun about me as a parent that I always have to just sometimes nip in the bud. And this is just me doing that. Like it was nothing like that. Like Jaya literally, unfortunately, we had to leave in the middle of practice. So she got her hair done, it was wrapped up, and she went to bed. Like it was late at night. She had no choice but to go to bed because we had to be up at 4 o'clock, and her TT had already trimmed her hair and wrapped it up, so that was one step we didn't have to worry about. So that's that. So if anybody is wondering or thinking or wanted to comment something negative, no, you don't. It's competition day. Literally one of the biggest competitions that they will compete in. We're at the Georgia World Congress Center, and literally
Yours is gonna be raised
Jory's here with her
by you as a
iPad.
single
My
mother
sister's here.
and him.
It's really, really
And
hectic.
they're
I
gonna be
really wish
calling
y'all
another
could
woman
like be a fly on the wall and like
at the
see how
rate you're going
competitive
because
she
you're
is.
too busy. And everybody business, and you're not paid to be in that business. I'm paid to be in people business. You're not paid to be in people business. Okay? You not paid. I get paid. This is what I do. For it's given that you want to be a blogger. That's why you stay heavy in the blogs. You want to control our news because secretly, deep down, that's what you want to do. You want to be a blogger. You want to be the media.
They didn't get it bone straightened, but they did get a run through one time with the pressers. I mean, a flat out about the pressers and blow dry it out. And yeah, I'll probably let their hair revert next week when we wash it again. So I made a reel to show my step-by-step process of making it. This is the best gumbo I've made ever. If you've been an OG key, you've seen me make gumbo several times, like in the beginning stages of my YouTube channel. And I used to make it like really, really thick. And y'all will be coming for me in the comments like, bro, that's not gumbo, that's not gumbo, that's not gumbo. It will be yummy, but it just wasn't like considered to be gumbo because I learned over the years that it's more liquidy. And now finally got that down pack. And
No, I was thinking it was looking very much like hot pudding. Oh, God. It looks like hot jello. You know when you make jello pudding, hot mix? That is not civil, guys. That was looking like some damn chocolate, some caramel pudding with some damn chunks in it. I don't know what kind of mess that is. Girl, she got a whole bay leaf in there. I wouldn't even dip a cracker in that pot. Okay? You couldn't get me to dip a good saltine in that pot and lick my finger out just to get a little like no. I'm good. Where's India? If India must I was about to say India must be in a meet girl slop. That's what I was looking. I was like, India must be in a meeting. Okay. Because if India was here, India gonna give us a good old slop. Girl, I had to put the good old Nesto side chick. Girl, I would not even put a damn saltine up in there. And who eats saltines? Girl, if you're not eating club crackers, I don't know. Somebody out here might eat saltines, but if you're not eating club crackers, you're playing yourself. Club crackers are the good. If you want a nice little salty cracker, it's club crackers in 2024. Forget saltines don't have any taste, okay? Saltines is like a whole different generation. Get on them club crackers. The club crackers are the best. Girl, club crackers and some good tuna. Honey, let me tell you something that's also good too are some Triscuits. Any when you them whole grain crackers when they're like the honey oat whole grain crackers, those are so good too. Um but yeah, Triscuits and and some damn club crackers, honey. Those are the best crackers for cheese, your charcuteries. your just some good old, I'm eating some tuna and crackers and some pickles or cucumbers tonight. Club crackers and Triscuits do the damn job every time. Every time. Salty and buttery goodness. Okay. Now, the club cracker wheat ones are good too. Those are very good. Girl, swamp piss. It looks like mud. We're okay. I think we're done here. Okay, guys. Guys, let me go take a little break. Because I got to come back live at 12:05 so we can handle that business. We got 2 videos to go through. We got a phone call and we have a visit, and there's so much that happened in these 2 calls. It's like I almost feel like I should break it up into 2 lives, but I know me, and at a certain time of day, I'm kind of like ready to be done. So I feel like let's try girl chicken and a biscuit. I was going to talk about it, but that's very much of like lots of sodium. Chicken and a biscuit. Let me tell you something. If you've never had that, it's so good. And it's good with like tuna, chicken salad, stuff like that. It's a little salty and it does give like, it's got a weird, it's strange that it really does taste like chicken soup in a cracker. So good. So good. If you're like a cracker person, I'm sure you already know about chicken and a biscuit. Yeah. That is on some next level cracker situation. Yeah. Okay. I love you guys. Guys, this is gonna roll over to Real Talk Bougie. I know you guys are already over there. I know everybody's already subscribed. I didn't even look at the likes. I hope you guys hit the like button for me, please. I hope you guys did that for me. 172. I'm not gonna be mad at that, but there's still 309. Anyone who did not hit the like button yet, if you enjoyed this today on some fuck around and find out Atlanta and Utah, can you handle that business? Okay. What is this? I know what that is now. I was trying to see which outro that was. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a good afternoon. I will see you guys in like an hour. I'm gonna go make something to eat. Okay. Have a good one. If I don't see you over at Real Talk Bougie, catch it on the replay. And I will see you guys later. Okay. Take care. Bye. Oh, you guys will see me later out here on this YouTube streets, out here on Love Lies and Lace Fronts. I did record a live video, so I'll put that up like around, I don't know, 5-ish, 6-ish or something. And that's it, and that's all. Okay, guys, have a good day.
How's it going, Big Dap?